Hello everyone, I'm Subha Sitaraman, holistic wellness coach and working on the mission to transform lives of diabetic. Today's topic is 5 step-by-step process to lead a diabetes-free life. Friends, first we will need to understand the day we get started, that is the day we get diagnosed with diabetes, we get into a fearful journey in our life, right? What will happen to me in 5 years? What will happen to me in 10 years? Right? But all of us want to shift that fearful journey into a blissful journey, right? We are all looking for that, right? And what the problem is today, we have lot of information overloaded and we don't know where to start and it is not structured. It's a process, my dear friends, if we want to get into a diabetes-free, blissful journey from the day one. It is possible, but it's a process and it has a structure to it. And that is why I wanted to teach you today this process, and you all will need to learn this 5 step-by-step process to lead a disease-free life. Step 1, my dear friends, it is identify diabetes risk score. Diabetes risk score is to analyze and validate where are you with respect to the diabetes risk. Are you in a low risk? Or are you in a middle level risk, moderate risk, or are you in a high risk? We will first need to understand this. Without understanding, without analyzing ourselves, where do we stand? We can't take the further step. Right? We will need to understand what kind of diet we will need to take, what kind of lifestyle reformation we will need to change. All that is dependent on the risk score, my dear friends. We will need to understand that. What is risk score? So this diabetes risk score is something, yes, that is related to your medical parameter, that is the laboratory parameter, that is HbA1c, and some lifestyle parameters. It's very important to analyze. When you're analyzing, we will need to analyze from the holistic perspective, right? Friends, more than looking at fasting blood sugar or postprandial or random blood sugar, I personally prefer HbA1c report. And that will help us to define our diabetes risk score. It's an intensive scientific method of analyzing the diabetes risk score, my dear friends. And this is the first step. We will need to understand where we stand with respect to diabetes. And that is the first step. Now, the second step is a mind game strategy. It's a very interesting step, and I really love this, and I want to stress on this. We will need to start from the mind. My dear friends, according to the yogic philosophy, everything, all the diseases that is in the form of physical body called as vyadi is actually originated from the manomaya kosha, which is mind. That is called Adi. Yes, so first we will need to understand, I was talking about the stress management in my previous video as well. This stress management is something that is on the very higher level, but we will need to work on our subconscious mind, our emotions. That is what is very important over here. How are we going to balance our conscious mind and our subconscious mind? How are we going to work on our self-image? What is our self-image telling about us? Have you ever questioned yourself that what is your own self-image that is your subconscious mind is telling about yourself? Are you confident about yourself? Or are you having a lot of guilt in yourself? What kind of emotions that you're carrying and what kind of uh, image that you're giving to yourself is very, very important, my dear friends. Unless and until we are changing this particular mind, unless and until we are playing a very successful mind game strategy, definitely it is difficult for us to work on the physical level and work on diabetes. It's a psychosomatic disorder. We will need to give importance to this. This is very, very important. The third step is the diet protocol, my dear friends. We have analyzed where are we, our diabetes risk score is defined. Now it is very, very important for us to define our diet protocol. Do we need to completely cut off carbs? Do we need to have portion of carbs and have lot of vegetable to it? All of that we follow a lot of in our system, we follow a lot of patterns, the integrated approach in defining the diet protocol. For example, we work on the taste equilibrium. It's a Tamilian concept of diet. And also we work on the scientific modern medicine, modern concept of nutrition, balanced diet. And also we work on the sattvic whole plant-based diet, and we also talk about the holistic yogic diet, all that. But very, very simple, my dear friends, you will need to add lot of vegetables. That is the tip I'm giving you over here. So when we want to define our diet protocol, the one thing we will need to have in our mind is we will need to define a diet protocol according to the diabetes risk score. Now comes the step 4, that is lifestyle protocol. What is lifestyle protocol? We will need to define how are we going to live. We will need to define that. The first one is the movements in a physical form of body. Today what happens is, my dear friends, we do exercise. People are following this today. We do exercises, we do walking, we do yoga, 1 hour of intense yoga in the morning, and throughout the day we just sit. We live a sedentary lifestyle. It has become like that. Especially the busy working professional like you are just forced to sit in your seat for the whole day. And that is really not gonna work for diabetes, my dear friends. You will need to have lot of movements for yourself throughout the day, and that is what is very important. And we have some habit setting over here for that. And also one more important thing is sleep. How are we going to sleep? Sleep is very, very important. Today, we do not have a deep sleep at all. There is some are the other disturbances in our sleep. We don't have a deep sleep today, and we will need to work on that. And there are a lot of things which is involved in lifestyle reformation. We will need to refine it, friends. Don't get scared of all this. The thing is, we should not put an effort. For me, when I talk about diet, people get scared of, but what I usually tell is, we are not going to remove anything from your diet, but we will be replacing something from your diet. That's it. Very, very interesting. We will get into this in some other videos, okay? And when it comes to lifestyle also, we are not going to force us to do huge changes in our lifestyle, but we are going to make few little changes which is going to give much impact to your physical body, to your mind, and you will be able to realize, and you will be able to see that changes just every minute of your working hours. You are going to be very productive, and this step is very, very important for us to change, to have a lifestyle protocol defined. And the fifth step, very, very important step, is setting our goals. When we talk about goals, we will be having two kind of goals. One is milestone goals. Obviously, we should have the HbA1c levels reduced. Second one is we will need to taper our medication. Third one is we will need to completely withdraw our medications. These are the milestones we will need to travel. That is our journey. It comes under our journey. But here, what are we going to talk about is the goals are the action goals. What are we going to take? The step by step action goals, whatever we have defined, especially the step 2, step 3, and step 4, all that we are going to implement. And it is very, very important. We have a lot of strategies. One of the strategies is just try implementing it on a circadian rhythm. It's very, very important. If you are starting a day with an exercise, every day try to start your day with the exercise, and every day when you get into bed, you just do some meditation or deep relaxation, then go to bed. You will have a good deep sleep over there. So there should be some action goals based on the mind game strategy, diet protocol, and lifestyle protocol that you will need to define for yourself. Put it, track it properly. When you do all these 5 steps, a simple changes in these 5 steps, definitely, my dear friends, you will be able to start your diabetes free journey, a blissful journey. This is a magic that is going to happen to you. Experience this, and if you really feel these steps will help you to realize that magic, just write in the comment below on whatever you have learned. Thank you so much. We will meet you in another video shortly. Thank you.